Hi Capricorn, I'm Kay. Welcome to Lit Intuition Tarot, Twin Flames and Recovery. So these last couple of weeks I've been focusing on the polarities of the twin flame connection, those being the yang, which is also known as the light side or more masculine or active energies. I did a reading for you, Capricorn, on that half this morning. So now I'm doing the yin half. So if you resonate more with like the shadow, feminine, or passive sides of the connection, regardless of gender, because we all have a mixture of masculine and feminine energies, then this is the reading for you. If it doesn't resonate, however, feel free to check out your reading from this morning. Just a note about that, I like to say that I never do these readings with the intention of spying on one's twin flame. However, if you are a cross-watcher, I don't judge. I'm not saying that's wrong for you. I would simply ask that you use your discernment as to how you would utilize any information given here. And I will be using the term you throughout this reading to refer to yin. So just keep that in mind. So reverse roles if necessary. I'm going to set the Black Tarot aside. Before I hit record, I pre-shuffled the Fallen Angel Oracle deck. So I'm going to cut that now and grab 2 cards to start the reading, just as an overall message. First we have Person, 11, Success. And then Boer, 7, Help and Healing. Those are probably 2 of the most positive cards in this deck. It can be a little bit gloomy at times, but I shall read the meanings from the book before we proceed with the tarot. 11, Person, also known as Curson, says, Element Air, Planet Sun. After a well-earned victory, beware of claiming more credit than you deserve. Person's totem beast is the kingly lion, signifying triumphant success and mastery of your profession. Trumpets always announce his arrival, and he is sometimes also seen leading the fanfare with his own horn. Person is a great revealer of secrets, including the hidden treasures of the earth, but more importantly, the mysteries of life. He can read the past, present, and future, and encourages allies to your cause. With his support, success is assured. And then card 7 says, Boer, Element Water, Planet Mercury. Nurture your health and gather supporters for future challenges. Boer can take the form of a 5-pointed star or a fiery wheel with a radiant face in the center. More commonly, he appears as a handsome angel with a bright halo. Boer is a natural philosopher whose burning logic and insight cut through all distracting surface appearances to the secret essence of things, the Platonic idea. He is a master of herbal lore and can cure all manner of diseases with his potions. He also attracts like-minded allies to your cause. Okay, so we have a couple messages there about allies and then a little bit about making sure you take care of your health. Please take those messages as they resonate. I will clear the deck from the table. Excuse me. All right. And y'all saw me shuffle these on camera. I'm going to go ahead and split this deck as well and lay out the tarot spread. I picked those up so awkwardly. It's just because this tablecloth easily wrinkles and I should be careful not to mess it up too much. Okay. First card out, we have the Star. Major Arcana for Aquarius energy. Then we have the Ten of Spheres. Virgo. The Knight of Spheres. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. The Seven of Wands, which is Leo energy. And in the bottom row, we have the Ten of Wands, So 10, 10. Then the Six of Wands. That's Sagittarius and then Leo. Then we have the Nine of Cups, Pisces energy. And the Three of Cups, Cancer energy. Unfortunately, while I was shuffling the two oracle decks, as I was preparing for this reading, I, for whatever reason, forgot or neglected, whatever, to shuffle the clarification deck, but I will begin to interpret this spread as I do so. Okay. Well, at least y'all, if you do sit through it, then you've only had to sit through 14 shuffles and not 28. But anyway, moving on. So the Star card. This is a message from Spirit for those of you who identify more at times of stress and the connection as being the runner. So, if you're familiar with the twin flame idea, you've probably heard of the whole runner and chaser thing. If you identify more as an avoidant attachment style person, you may be the one who ghosts someone, leaves your twin on red, doesn't answer messages. You may feel scared of some of your emotions, of connecting intimately with your twin, whether that's sexually or emotionally, but particularly emotionally. Your twin will trigger. Your twin will trigger a wound within you, and it causes you to leave the connection, as opposed to the chaser, which we'll discuss in a moment. So, the message for you from Spirit is that they do see that you have hope still in your situation, whether that's directly aimed at the twin flame connection itself, other aspects of your life, or all of the above. Alright, I'm done shuffling those. So Spirit is encouraging you here with this, saying that there is divine healing available. Hold on to your hope. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. The Star card, the Star can act as your guide. So if you're running, of course we don't mean that literally, but if you find yourself withdrawing from your twin in times of insecurity or pain or difficulty, keep in mind the Star. That's divine guidance. You're on a divine path, and although it may seem frightening at times, as I said before, it's very important for you to remember that there is hope and healing available. I'm going to start clarifying in a moment. It's been working out for me for whatever reason to kind of look at the first three cards before I begin to do so. So next I want to address Spirit's message to you if you identify more as the chaser. So you may be the one who always initiates contact, and of course these can go back and forth, and the two of you can swap roles. That often happens. But if you do find yourself chasing, so even if you know all about twin flames and you know you shouldn't chase, or if this person, if your twin has sort of deflected you, put you off, ghosted you, whatever, and so you know you shouldn't reach out because it'll probably just push them further away or make you look codependent, or sometimes you might feel codependent, may have more of like the anxious attachment style, and you might tend to feel like if you're not communicating with your twin or in contact with them, you might feel kind of hopeless or helpless, like your life at times may sort of center around that for your happiness. If you've been there, take heart, because we all have, and try to have compassion for yourself. The message from Spirit specifically, though, with the Ten of Spheres there, is that the Ten of Spheres can talk about family legacy, generational wealth, and having all the things that you need to take care of yourself and those dependent upon you, as well as having enough for all the luxuries that you could desire as well. It's kind of like reaching the very pinnacle of success on this earthly plane. And so Spirit is saying that that is still there for you, Capricorn, even if you're the chaser, whether it's with your twin flame in this lifetime or not. You may think that you can only get to the Nine of Pentacles without them, which would be where you're single and abundant and happy, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually a very good thing to aim for, because the more we heal ourselves, the more we raise our own vibration, which makes us a better match for our twin as they raise their vibrations as well. which makes it easier, I'll say, to come into union with them, of course. However, having reached the Nine of Pentacles, if you do continue to focus on yourself, self-care, doing everything that's best for you, loving yourself, that kind of energy, then you are still capable of reaching the Ten of Pentacles, which would be within a community, group, family, or loving relationship. So keep that in mind. It's just kind of another message of hope from Spirit, regardless of which side of the runner-chaser paradigm that you're on. You guys are drawn to each other by the fact that it seems like it's inevitable that the two of you are meant to be. So even through trials and tribulations, even when you're going through separations, you still feel an invisible connection to this person. With the Knight of Pentacles, it feels like you're definitely working towards some goal together. Like I said, even when at times you may feel hopeless on the surface, it's like there's something deep within you that realizes that there's a solid foundation between the two of you, and that you will get to your destination in the end, which would, ideally be union. And it doesn't promise, in this lifetime. This is just talking about what draws the two of you together. So the two of you actually have a sense of commitment. You probably signed, or I won't say probably because it's almost definite, signed a contract, before you decided to incarnate on this earth that said that you would definitely commit to the long haul with this person, that it might take forever, that you both would require patience with yourselves and with each other, but that you will reach the end goal. So there's an inner sense of like security there in a sense. Even when you're feeling down and out, or you feel lonely, or you're missing your twin, you know deep down that it's going to come to union at the end, that there is that stability there promised for you. I'm going to start clarifying here. I'm going to go back to the first card. I hope that's not too confusing. And I'll adjust my methods as I get more used to this type of reading. But now I'm going to clarify the Star card, simply because I want to see what other messages Spirit has to say for the runner. Spirit, please clarify the Star card for the Capricorn Yin Collective. 3 cards or less, please. Okay, so we have what I call a double flipper, where the deck flips over in 2 places. So I'm taking both top cards. We have the 3 of Swords, and we have the 3 of Pentacles. 3-3. Okay, so I'm seeing 2 things from this. First of all, I'm picking up the possibility of the all-dreaded third-party situation. It could be that your heart has been broken or is currently feeling this way. You might have run from the situation simply because this person seemed to be involved with someone else. And of course, that's a good reason to withdraw. If you feel that this person has chosen someone over you, that's very painful. And that's, going back to the original message, which is at the center, which is the Star, saying, Spirit's telling you that that will be healed with time. But it's also telling you with the 3 of Pentacles that the best way to begin healing, and I'm picking up that this is both with other people unrelated and with your twin as well, is to approach things from that pentacle basis that the Knight of Pentacles talks about and the draw to each other. If there's something stable or solid that you can offer this person without sacrificing yourself emotionally along the way, so if you can just offer, I just got the example in my head, although this would be rare, like if your twin were in prison, for instance, just write them a letter, letting them know that you're thinking about them and praying for them. And obviously, if this is some type of narcissistic abuse situation or abuse in general and you're going no contact, this is not for you. But it's just to let your twin know, even if you feel like they're chasing you and you want them to leave you the hell alone, it's good to just let them know, hey, I'm here for you. Maybe we can rebuild, maybe we can collaborate, but we should take things slow this time. We should start out as friends. Because jumping in too deeply with the whole romantic situation just caused so much pain, especially if there were other people involved. That were, we do have other soulmates in this life, and when we can't be with our twin, which it's very rare for 2 people to just meet in their youth, fall madly in love, discover their twin flames, and be together happily ever after. I'm sure it happens. There's always the exception to prove the rule. But in this case, Spirit is suggesting that you focus more on the platonic aspect and rebuilding a solid foundation. Now, if this person broke your heart deeply, especially, with a third party, I'm not suggesting that you then, turn to them and say, well, hey, I know you picked somebody over me, but I'm still your friend. Please pay attention to me. No, I mean, if you're the runner, you're not going to do that anyway. But, it's if this person does reach out just to see if you're okay, or if they're just kind of chasing you to get you back because they realize they made a mistake dealing with another person, whatever the case may be, and each situation will be different, of course, Spirit is saying that you should take a friendly approach to that. Maybe not even overly friendly, because I'm picking up there's a lot of pain here with that Three of Swords. So, if you need to save your pride a little bit, at least being civil with this person would be a good way to start with the healing between the two of you. I want to clarify this Knight of Spheres as well, as far as the draw that you have to each other. Oh, that's hilarious. Wow, okay, so I wish y'all could see what the deck just did. I'll have to figure out how to more comfortably use my little flip over method on camera. But the first card that flipped over is the Knight of Pentacles, clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. So again, first of all, you could be involved with another earth sign, but it doesn't have to be. This connection is made for the long term. Obviously, twin flames, meant for the long haul, somewhere deep down on a subconscious level. You both know that. But the reason I was saying this is crazy is because, like I said, I wish y'all could have seen it. But when I have a double flipper, so the deck flips over a card, and then it's like it flips back while I'm doing this, and then it flips over again, exposing another card. This time, it flipped over in the second spot with two cards like this. Like the deck just kind of went wanky in my hand. And it's the Page of Pentacles, more earth energy, and the Eight of Cups, Pisces. So the draw that you have to one another, also it's like, okay, so this might sound toxic or cyclical, take it as it resonates, but what draws you to one another, also not saying it's right or wrong, is that either one of you can walk away. It's happened before, and you do that when you reach your emotional breaking point, right? But someone is always willing, then with the Page of Pentacles, to kind of come back and be willing to humble themselves and say, hey, I know I got knocked down from the night, from being maybe reliable or stable or someone you could count on or whatever the case may be, but I've still got this pinnacle that I can offer you in friendship, with that whole Three of Pentacles back here. So will you accept my small offer? And it seems like that always kind of gets you guys back on track. Again, I'm not condoning in any way, shape, or form any kind of abuse or infidelity or whatever your boundaries are that are a line that cannot be crossed. Use your own discretion. I'm simply suggesting that this is an easy draw. The two of you know that there's a breaking point for you, but that you tend to always come back together. So a lot of forgiveness there. There's a great sense between the two of you when you're together. When you are vibrating at a similar frequency and you have each other's back, that you are each other's ride or die. You have that Seven of Wands there. If I was looking at it as an individual card, I would say that it suggests someone just trying to protect themselves and stand their ground. But this card is in the position of what is, the good things, what's great about the love that you two share. So with the Seven of Wands, you two are willing to stand up for the connection in a sense. You're able to defend and protect the union and each other at the best of times. Do I want another card on that? No, I think I'm going to go to this next one. As far as what complicates the connection, with the Ten of Wands, sometimes it just seems like it's just very burdensome, like it's too much. Like you want to have faith, you want to have that hope and healing with that Star card, but at the same time, like it just seems like you get piled on with so much baggage and so much crap. This could be other people's opinions. This could be baggage, emotional baggage from previous connections you've had. It could be your own responsibilities in life. So, if one of you is working a lot, or both of you, or there are children involved, any number of things could create burdens. I mean, I'm not meaning to say children or burdens. Excuse me. So I misspoke in that respect, but I think you get my drift. That's what can complicate the connection, is that there's just so much that seems like comes between the two of you that you would need to just put down and lay to rest before you could have an easy, free-flowing connection. I'm going to go ahead and clarify that. Spirit, please show me 3 cards or less for the Ten of Wands for Capricorn Yin. 3 cards or less to clarify the Ten of Wands here. We have the Empress that flipped over. So it's possible that one of these burdens, as I already mentioned, could be a spouse, a mother figure, or a pregnancy. Someone obviously, being involved in another connection. Now, if it's a mother figure, this person obviously doesn't approve of you. Regardless of gender, they're like, well, that person is just too much trouble. You've been through so much crap with that person. Why can't you realize when it's time to be done? Drop that person, let it go, move on to something better. If it's a spouse or a baby mama or even a baby's dad, I know it's the Empress, but that kind of energy, it's like that person wants to draw you away from your twin or draw them away from you or both. So that's a person that's going to interfere. Now the Empress is upright here. She's not in reverse. So it's not even necessarily an indication that this person has ill intentions or that they're wrong or that they're a bad person. This person could have innocently gotten involved with your twin, not knowing about you, not knowing about the connection or the twin flame phenomenon, and gotten pregnant. Or they might have, married this person, your twin, in an attempt to escape their feelings and connection to you. If it had grown too painful at one point, take it as it resonates. My point is, I'm not trying to, demonize, I suppose, the Empress in this case. I'm simply saying it's something that could contribute to the complications. Okay. The Six of Wands. I'm just looking at these again to make sure I remember them because I have very bad eyesight and I need to get glasses and it's dark in here. Okay, I digress. Your twin helps to heal you by giving you confidence. You feel when you are connecting to this person and things are going well, you feel like you could take on the world. You feel successful and victorious, and you're proud too. Like you want to shout from the rooftops. You want everybody to know that you're connected with this person. They make you lose, if you had problems maybe coming out of your shell, perhaps this person drags you out kind of in a way, makes you more social around others. So there's like a vibe of being happy and being happy in public. That has helped to heal you. According to this spread, let's try to get a card or 2 or 3 on that. Spirit, please clarify the Six of Wands for Capricorn Yin. Can I please get 3 cards or less? Okay. Interesting. We got the Knight of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Queen of Swords as well, which I see as Libra energy, but can be the other 2 signs as well. So, this is indicating for me that there have been challenges as far as other people, what they might have had to say about each other, like what they might have said to both of you about each other. They may have come rushing in with some truths, or there may have been some truths that came in that disturbed the connection. At the same time, though, these were healing. I could see that you became the Queen of Swords in the sense that it toughened you up. The Knight of Swords, he is upright, not in reverse. So I'm not necessarily even saying that these were lies that were being told. But whether this was by your twin to you, vice versa, or from other people, it seemed like a lot of people had things to say and reasons, maybe even legitimate ones, for why you should abandon this connection. But instead of turning like Queen of Swords to your twin, although you may have at one point, I see it as, you kind of getting to the point where you use discernment and you just realize that you had to think for yourself and not listen to whatever might have been the case with your twin flame in the past, because you did your own research, you know the facts. There might have been some slander or gossip and that kind of thing, and so you chose to just use your own discernment for your own opinion. It toughened you up. Not only did it make you less shy around others and feel more confident about yourself, it also made you put up a lot of boundaries. So It's interesting though, because I'm picking up that this may have caused some serious conflict. This has been healing for you overall, but I think it's because when some of these truths came forward, perhaps in a reckless and not so, not a way where it was, gently considering your feelings, in other words, that this could have caused some serious doubts at some point, and, you could have chosen to just accept what other people said. It does look like it could at some point have been or is a public type of connection, as I said. One of you or the other might be in the public eye, and so a lot of people might have had stuff to say and rumors to spread, or so-called quote-unquote truths to tell. But I think the both of you you have overcome that. That's made you a stronger person. To your twin flame, you are their happiness. The Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. You make your twin flame happy. That's pretty much the long and short of it. I mean, I'm not going to clarify that, but it's talking about how you heal each other. I think that this person, especially if you're in separation right now, even if there have been a lot of problems, even if there has been a lot of drama, even other people getting involved, that type of energy, deep down, whenever this person thinks about you, they feel joy. They feel happiness. They wish that they could be with you. They might daydream or fantasize about what it would look like ideally if you two could just come together and just make each other happy without all the interference, without the baggage, without some of the maybe dumb mistakes that they or you have made. Whatever the case, you make this person happy. Perhaps that's something that they've had very little of in their life, and therefore that's very healing for them. So with the Three of Cups, the two of you, your energy together, it reflects as, once again, very social, lighthearted, fun. There's a constant vibe of reunion, so even if you guys do part ways or someone else gets in the middle, it seems to be well known that the connection will continue to keep coming back together. So your energy it's free flowing. I'm going to go ahead and clarify, see if there's anything else to say about the Three of Cups here. Spirit, please clarify the Three of Cups for Capricornian. Oh, the Ace of Swords flipped over by itself. So, yeah, and when the two of you are together, because that card reflects your energy, when you're together, you know that it's right. There's nothing that anybody can do or say to either one of you that actually makes you feel deep down that that person isn't the one. They're not my twin. Even if the person who, for instance, the runner, even if they say, I don't think this is for me. I don't think I believe in this twin flame bullshit anymore. I don't think blah, 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 blah. It's like there's still a part of you, if you're the chaser or reverse roles as necessary, that knows deep down, even if it hurts to hear them say those things, that this person is just as aware as you are of the bond between the two of you, that it's the truth. I wanted to say, and there's no escaping it, but that almost sounds kind of negative. I suppose we are looking at the shadow side here, and I do see that there's been a lot of burden and drama. And a lot of, breaking apart, coming back together, those kinds of cycles. But the two of you do realize the truth, the unity of that one sword. At the bottom, randomly, we have the Two of Cups, by the way. And not that I'm including that in the reading, but it's not reversed either. It's just an awkward angle. So that's the soulmate card. But finally, to end the reading, Capricorn, I'm going to split this pre-shuffled Twin Flame Oracle deck and get 2 cards from that. The first one says, loss of self and identity. Discover your true self again. I feel, if you guys are in separation right now, that's probably more directed at the runner, that there's been a loss, but with all that healing energy and kind of how to approach it. Then we have free will, choices, decisions, contact, and action. Action cannot be forced. Definitely picking up an in-separation vibe here, Capricorn. And if that's the case, free will, that is very true. Sometimes all these burdens and everything else, even if you have a deep inner knowing that the two of you will make it to your destination and that you are twin flames and meant to be in union, you can make the choice. Sometimes it almost seems necessary, I can say from personal experience, to take a break and perhaps go in a different direction, and to not feel guilt about that over perhaps betraying your twin flame. There comes a time, sometimes things just get really toxic, or it's too painful for you, or it causes you to lose focus on yourself and your life and your connection with the divine. And so in those cases, Spirit is just reiterating you do have free will, and that you're not forced to pursue this connection or be in it or anything of that nature. It is ultimately up to you, which is one of the gifts that the divine gives us. So with that, I will close the reading. Capricorn, if it resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe. Tap the notification bell and the all button, and I will see you guys again next week. Thanks, Capricorn.